So how do you know what to believe when there isn't any proof of anything? Hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, and if you're new to this channel and you want to find out more about how to study Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss anything. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the problem of belief, or the problem of faith, or the problem of proof. I met two amazing comments on some of my other YouTube videos by somebody who really likes the idea of Wicca and witchcraft, but is really struggling with the lack of proof, and you know that it seems like it's really just faith and belief. And it's a really good comment, and it's a really real way to think, because there is no proof of any of it. No one from any religion or spiritual tradition can prove that it exists, that their beliefs are the right way, and that the other beliefs of other people are wrong. Some religions resort to books and things that people have said in the past, many writings from people, but at the end of the day, there's no proof that any of it is based on anything real, other than people's experiences, people's interpretation of experiences, and people's belief that these experiences are real. So it's a really valid question, and it's a good question, and it's one we should all be asking. And it's really about knowing that there is no proof out there from a scientific point of view. Even though quantum science seems to be indicating a lot of things that in magic that we believe, the whole unified universe, the whole unified consciousness may be something that quantum physics can start to look at. But at the end of the day, there still isn't actually any tangible proof. You can't weigh it and you can't measure it, so to speak, with the tools that we have now anyway. I personally don't care whether there's proof of anything or not, because I know there isn't any proof. So for me, I don't care if I'm wrong, to be honest with you. It's more a case of what I feel is right for me. And this is where it gets down to, it's all about you. And it's really about, spirituality is really about self-discovery. It's about you discovering who you are and why you're here. And only you can know that. And only you can fully embrace that. And that comes down to trust in yourself, trust in your experiences, trust in what you sense or know from a more intuitive knowing point of view, that what you feel and what you experience is true for you. It may not be true for someone else, but it's true for you. And that's really all you can do. If you really like some of the practices of Wicca or the ideas of Wicca, then just enjoy those aspects of Wicca. You don't need to believe in the god and the goddess. You don't need to necessarily be polytheistic or monotheistic or any other theistic. You don't need to believe in fairies. You don't need to believe in any of that stuff that can't be proven. All you need to do is start with what you enjoy and learn about yourself in the process. When people have experiences like religious experiences or spiritual experiences, we don't know from an outsider's point of view whether they're just projecting what they want to see, or they're projecting what's here in the subconscious mind, that the subconscious mind has collected from all of their years of living on planet Earth, watching television, reading stories, having been told stories as a child. All of these things influence the subconscious, and so it's hard to know whether somebody's really just projecting something out there or whether they're really seeing something that anyone else can't see. And to know that, you've kind of really got to start asking yourself some questions about what it is that you're seeing to determine whether it's projection or whether it may actually be a real experience. And it's a real grey area, and it's a tricky area. But within the context of the need for proof, if you're looking for proof in order for you to start enjoying your life and enjoying the experience of practicing, then you will stifle yourself from experiencing what you could experience in the practice, if that makes sense. So you don't have to believe anything, just enjoy what you enjoy about the craft and allow everything else to come to you. Allow yourself to have the experiences. And even if you have an experience of something and you're saying to yourself, well, that could just be my imagination, I could just be projecting, or whatever, that's okay. Just feel into how real it feels for you. I know if people want answers, and there are religions out there who will run around and say, we have the answers, what we believe is true and everyone else is wrong, and you've got to believe what we believe, and it says so in this book, or it says so because this person said so a number of years ago. And you can't prove anything from any of that. Wiccan witchcraft isn't about converting people. It isn't about saying, hey, we're right and everybody else is wrong. It is really just about feeling into the truth of who you are and going with the gnosis, the intuitive experiences of your connection to nature, your connection to other people, your connection to yourself, and your connection to whatever it is that you feel is divine. Because at the end of the day, we're not separate from anything. We're all connected. We're all the divine experiencing itself. And so it's simply just the divine looking at the divine. And even the way within a polytheistic context, such as the craft, we might work with many different deities. Those deities are all part of that whole as well. And they're part of us and we're part of them. So rather than seeing spirituality as being something that is separate from yourself, it's actually who you are and part of who you are. And even though we may not think that we can see it, we may not think that we can touch it, maybe it's not that different to what we're already experiencing. It's more the essence of what we're experiencing rather than what we believe to be hardcore physical manifestation. That is the answer to that question, and I think it's one that everyone should ponder and probably have pondered. That's probably why you've come maybe from different religions, you come to Wicca, because it makes more sense to you, you resonate more with it, it's a feeling of coming home, and even if you don't know why, you feel that connection to nature, you want to feel more of that connection to nature yourself and the divine, and it just really floats your boat. And just enjoy that, just enjoy what floats your boat. Just start out that way, just start enjoying it. And then just allow yourself to get to know who you are underneath all of the programming, underneath all of the conditioning that society, that schooling, that your family have placed on you since you were a child. And then start to really explore who you are. And it's through exploring who you are, that inner work, that you actually start to connect more to spirit, because it's an inner experience, it's not an outer experience. We're not seeing spirits outside ourselves, because nothing is outside ourselves, and nothing it's all in everything. So it's hard to explain it in words. It's an experience. It's like trying to explain to somebody what an orange tastes like. Can you think of how you describe an orange to someone who's never tasted an orange before? It's impossible. Apart from comparing it to another fruit that it might be similar to, it's very hard to describe to somebody what an orange tastes like. And that's what it's like with spirituality. That's why it's your experience. You have to have the experience. You have to feel it to be true for you, and no one else can tell you what it is, and no one else can tell you that you're right, and no one else can tell you that you're wrong. It's that simple, and it's that complicated, and it's that frustrating. So that is about proof and Wicca and belief and faith. And it is really part of, I teach Wicca and witchcraft. I do a 12-month training program. And within that training program, it isn't just about, learning the spells and learning the sabbats and the lunar rites and the deities. It's also about you starting to explore yourself. so that you can get that deeper relationship going with yourself, because that's really the essence of it. And if you want to know more about that, you can pop on to my website. I've got the link at the bottom of this video that just takes you to the page that tells you about the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy training. And that's all for today, so have a think about that. Let me know in the comments field what your thoughts and experiences are. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. I'll see you on the next video. Blessed be.